Hey guys, it's David here, and it's currently day 10. Before I start this video, I just want to give a full warning that I don't support the use of drugs. I don't support the buying of drugs, and I don't support the selling of drugs. And the reason why I'm saying this warning is because in this video, I want to address something about me. I want to say the truth because I feel like it's only fair for you guys to know. And I believe saying the truth now is better than just holding on to it, where it becomes an issue later on the track. So I guess I take this opportunity today to just kind of clear the air, give you guys more insight on my life and really understand why I'm doing what I'm doing now and why I created this channel. Anyway, so when the age of 15, I would say, I got with some bad crowds in life. What I mean by that is, I hanging around some bad people, bad people that does drugs, it's just bad high school crowds. Obviously back then, I wasn't, the fittest kid. I wasn't the smartest kid. I wasn't your typical Asian that could leverage intelligence. I feel like I had to get some way to show my importance. I wanted to be special. So obviously I fit in the wrong crowd, you know, started doing things that I'm not necessarily proud of, started, destroying my morals, started, kind of betraying my parents, making them worry. Just all this crap, maybe puberty, maybe whatever, but all this crap that you're not proud of doing. All these antisocial acts that, got me into trouble, you know, it got me started to selling drugs, at the age of 15. Laying down the track, a year's time, I started using it. It's just bad. Obviously, why I did it was for the money. The money was good, not at the start, but later down the track, it was good. All right, but I guess the main reason wasn't for the money just necessarily alone. It was for the money, and then it was the feeling you get. It was the game itself that kept it interesting in life. It was a game that attracted me to keep on pushing to be better. And over time, as things got serious, as things started progressing for me, I left the bad crowd that initially got me started. As things started to kick off for me, I left the old crowd. I left the crowd that got me into these bad behaviors, that got me into these bad habits, that got me with these bad people. I left those crowd and I started doing my own thing. I started really focusing on building my criminal business, whatever you like to call it. I was a drug dealer. That's just simply put it out there. I was trying to, be better. I was trying to be the best. And that ambition got me so far that when I look back, I was like, damn, I did pretty good for 16-year-old. And obviously, as time, that only compounds like any business, right? Even if it's legal or illegal, if you have a goal, you have dedication, it's going to compound no matter what. And the start wasn't so good, but eventually it got to the point when I was like, I'm earning more than lawyers and stuff. So obviously that effect which had on me when I was 17, I felt kind of invincible in a way, right? I started thinking like, shit, maybe I could, do this for life, and be driving in Lambos in the future, right? That was my thinking and mentality back then. Obviously, what really kept it going was just the game itself. It was a feeling that people kind of respected you, but in a fearful way. That they feared you. It was a good feeling. You know, um, it's a good feeling, but nonetheless, success brought complacency. Complacency got me really bad into the drugs. It was just pills. It was smoking. It was everything. Everything you could think of. Just no needles. So, I don't do needles, but anyways, that was pretty much like my high school. From age of 15 to the age of 17, I was just in a bad state of mental health. I had no morals, I had no values. The only thing that really got me excited was just selling that next bag. And that's what kind of just kept me motivated throughout my teenager years. But obviously now only being 18, um, well, birthday coming up, so 19 soon. But before, I thought I could keep this going for life. Obviously, change of events happen. Things that unexpected, well, expected to happen. At the age of 17, close to my 18th birthday, I got raided. When I got raided, Obviously, I had a lot of things in my parents' house, and you know, it was in my room, and it was horrible. It was a mess, right? So obviously, I got arrested on the day. I got took to the police station, interview and all that. And fast forward 2 months forward, I got sentenced for 2 years in a juvenile prison. I got a juvenile sentence, and I was pretty fortunate to get 2 years. It would have been a lot more if I hit that 18 mark. So I guess that's a sign that God gave me a second chance. So I got into juvenile detention for about 1 month, and then when I turned 18, they moved me to an adult prison, like a just normal prison. And I stayed there for about a year, and now I'm currently out on parole. So really speaking, I am pretty fresh out of jail still. It's only been 2 weeks. I started this YouTube channel 1 week after my release, and the reason why I'm doing this is because maybe there will be people out there that had maybe my same upbringing. Maybe they go into the background in high school. Maybe they started smoking pot. On the low. Maybe they just being kind of not focused. Maybe they just haven't been themselves. And they want to get into this criminal world or whatever. And what I've realized now is just it's not for me. Like sure, I could go back to it, maybe get caught in 2 years, if I'm lucky, and then just get like another, maybe 15-year sentence. It's just really not worth it when you calculate the risk and reward. Sure, you might be making like, if you're really good at it, maybe a few mil a month, but is it really worth the risk of, spending 20 years, 15, maybe 30 years in prison? You know, it's just, I guess being in prison just kind of woke me up to the reality that it's just not worth it. And living in all that stress, all that paranoia, it's horrible. It's just something not, I just don't want to experience it again. And maybe you guys think now that the life is good, or you think that, I could get away with this and not get caught because I'm different. Well, I thought the same. I thought I would not get caught. I thought I'll be, doing good. I thought I'll be under the radar. But that's what we all think until shit happens. And when shit happens, we can't do anything about it, all right? Because we made the choices, we just didn't understand the risk. The risk wasn't so tangible. It was just like a maybe, and we didn't take that maybe seriously. That's what I didn't take the maybe seriously. That's why I did it. But now looking back at it, did I regret it? I wouldn't say so necessarily because if it wasn't for my experience, I wouldn't be the person I was today. You know what I mean? If I didn't experience that part of life, I probably would be, going uni or going working a job. I wouldn't have this mindset that I developed today. I know that is a good mindset, but it definitely got me thinking differently about the world, and just what I learned, it was valuable. Obviously, jail could have changed me in a very bad way. Obviously, the experience could have changed me in a very bad way, but I believe it all depends on the choice you make. And I didn't start my journey to be someone better, when I get out of jail. I was thinking to be better, 2 months before my arrest. I try to be good. I try to leave the life behind. But the thing was, if I'm being honest with myself, I would not actually leave it behind. I'm telling myself that, look, I'm gonna be a good person now. I'm gonna leave everything behind. I'm gonna get away from the drugs. I'm gonna stop selling the drugs. Right? But if I didn't get caught that day, if I didn't get raided, I don't necessarily think I'll actually quit the business because it was so good. It was 3 years of hard work, and then it only starts paying off. 3 years of earning nothing to something like earning a lot of money. I don't think I would have given up what I built so hard for. So I guess it's good that I got arrested. It's good that I got put into jail because it really made me let go of the past that I wasn't really happy living. Obviously there's some internal issues with what I was doing. So, but if I didn't get caught that day, I wouldn't think I'll be making this video. I wouldn't think I'll be on YouTube. I wouldn't think anything would be possible. I'll probably still be on my fucking sofa smoking crack or whatever. But I guess now everything's better. Obviously I don't do drugs anymore. I don't associate myself with the drugs. I don't associate with the people that I did those things with. It's just really choice to make the change. And the reason why I'm telling you guys today this is because I just want to share something that's about me, and I believe there's tons of teenagers out there that has the same kind of story. Just want to be this bad boy. But at the end of the day, it's really nothing to aspire to. It's nothing. It's not this dream that we want to live. It's not something that everyone pictures it as. And it's not honey and roses. It's a very depressing path to walk down to. Like, sure, the money is there, but it's mental suicide. You're gonna get depressed. You're gonna get anxious. You can't fall asleep at night. It's horrible. With the stress that you build with it, it shouldn't be tolerated as a teenager. Even if you're older and you're thinking, oh, I'm doing good. My business is going good. Just know that one day, you're gonna get that knock on your door, and that's it for you, man. So before you turn 18, not that saying you should do it before you turn 18, but if you're still young, it's probably the time to reconsider what you are doing, and just know that there's a better and safer way out there. Not saying it's easy. I'm not saying that life was easy too. That life wasn't easy. So it's just that feeling of okayness that is really what we should want in life. We shouldn't be worried about unnecessary things because of the bad choices we made. We should be stepping into our life okay. We should be stepping into the future, knowing that what we are doing today is not going to put anyone in a bad situation, and most importantly, not put you in a bad situation. But yeah, that's what I got to say for today. It was a bit of a rant on my part, and I'm kind of sorry for that. But it was, something about me, my past. But it was the truth. It was just a sincere truth that I believe it was fair for you guys to hear. Because I know this will be brought up later down the track. So I just thought to myself, probably do it sooner than later, right? Because if we waited for later, there'll be problems that would arise and consequences that we have to pay. Like anything we do in life, if we act now, there won't be any issue later down the track. So I just thought, I'm going to do it today. I'm going to, tell kind of my story, because I have been in a few past episodes mentioning like, oh, I made bad choices in the past. And you guys probably wondering like, what the hell am I talking about? But that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, being Sunday, I'm planning on what I'm going to do for the next week. I plan on doing the same thing as this week because I rarely got any goals done. So I guess you really just do the same thing next week and just bump it up a notch, or take it down a notch with some habits. But hopefully you guys are planning your goals too, and definitely stay on task. Re-evaluate your life and your choices if you are in a not so good place right now, or you're in a very place you don't want to be. Because just know there's always another path in life for you to walk. You just gotta go out and explore it, because life is endless. So don't make it too rigid for yourself, and be happy, because at the end of the day, you are your best friend. You can't. Life is too short to live in fear. Life is too short to just keep on watching behind your back. So make the good choices. Not saying that you should change tomorrow, but certainly know where you stand is a good place to start. But that's what I got to say for today. Yeah, see you guys Monday.